All right, cutting across to breaking news, Republic has details of the crackdown on the D gang. Republic has in fact accessed details of all the illegal assets and dubious deals by D gang aides. This is in connection with Iqbal Mirchi's properties. Straight away cutting across to our editor Niranjan Narayanaswamy, who has all the details. He's joining us from the Mumbai newsroom. And before Niranjan joins us, a quick update for our viewers on what exactly are we picking up, as this is information that we've accessed of all the illegal assets and dubious deals by D-gang aides in connection with Iqbal Mirchi's properties. ED had arrested Iqbal Mirchi's aides in the real estate PMLA case, and after these arrests, the ED further probing into this matter, putting out these pictures. And remember, these are pictures that have been first accessed by your channel of the properties, the real estate properties that had been purchased by Iqbal Mirchi, a very close aide of Dawood Ibrahim, somebody that the ED has been tracking. And remember, his aides who were arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. This is in connection with the real estate PMLA case. The ED on Friday had arrested 2 people in connection with the money laundering probe against Iqbal Mirchi, who is the right-hand man of Dawood Ibrahim. And these are properties that had been purchased by Iqbal Mirchi. In fact, both these aides of Iqbal Mirchi, who have been placed under arrest under the PMLA Act for the alleged non-cooperation in the investigation of this case. And the agency that has also alleged that one of these aides who played a very crucial role in the illegal dealings of Mirchi. Niranjan, I believe, is connected with us. Over to you, Niranjan. Break this down for us.
Yeah, can you hear me, Suesha? Can you hear me? Yeah, sorry about a little bit of the audio technical glitch that we had here, but these are the pictures that we've accessed, and we have the entire dossier of the Dawood gang that we've accessed. In fact, you'll be shocked to hear that most of these properties that have been raided now have been attached, identified of Dawood gang of Iqbal Mirchi. These are exclusive pictures, so you can put a watermark over it. These are exclusive pictures with Republic TV of the properties of Dawood Ibrahim gang that has been attached. For the first time, Iqbal Mirchi, a close aide of Dawood Ibrahim, Iqbal Memon was his name, alias Mirchi, international drug dealer, smuggler, extortionist. He was also involved in the criminal activities, which was detrimental to national interest. And these are exclusive pictures with Republic TV. I can tell you that most of these properties have now been attached, and there are a lot of properties. Most of them are prime properties in Mumbai. There is a property at a prime location in Worli. This property has also been identified. A property known as CJ House, a 15-story commercial building constructed as a joint venture between Mr. Mirchi, that is Iqbal Mirchi, and Millennium Developers, has also been attached. 3rd and 4th floor of CJ House was transferred to Mirchi family by Millennium Developers. That has also been attached. And I can also tell you that 6 acres land with bungalow in Khandala in the name of Whitewater Limited, in possession of both the sons of Iqbal Mirchi, also identified. And apart from that, we also have details of the Sahil bungalow at Worli, owned by wife and sons of Mirchi, of Iqbal Mirchi. So while we show these pictures on one side, on the other side, I want to show you the papers. Or if my video journalist can just take, if you can take these pictures on store, and we'll keep repeating these pictures. I can also show you, on the other hand, the full details and the table of Iqbal Mirchi's properties that have been identified. So once I have a clearance on whether I can show these papers, if these pictures are on our backup machines, I can show you. These are the documents that give you the full details of the breakup of the properties of Iqbal Mirchi. The Dawood gang crackdown has begun, and all the properties of Dawood gang have been identified, and I have the details and also the pictures, the only channel with the pictures. So you'll see that no other channel has the pictures of the D-gang properties. Republic TV has accessed them. Property in a prime location in Worli, Mumbai. These are prime properties, I can tell you, in Mumbai. And a property known as CJ House, a 15-story commercial building. In that building itself, the 3rd and 4th floor of CJ House was transferred to Mirchi family. 6 acres land with a bungalow in Khandala in the name of Whitewater Limited, in possession of the both sons of Iqbal Mirchi. And we'll show the pictures as well. Pictures 50-50, please. Pictures 50-50, because the pictures are the exclusive details that we have apart from this report. So 50-50 will show the pictures on one side and the details of the properties. And I have with me the full details and the table that shows you the full list of all the properties that have been attached. These are the details. In fact, I can show you the details of all the properties that were attached, especially in UK. In UAE, there were some properties that have been attached. In UK, there are a few properties, and Greater London, West Sussex, and the number of properties, detailed out in this chart. Over 15 properties that have been identified of the underworld gang and all their riches. These are the properties in foreign countries. A Midwest hotel apartment, UAE, in the name of Abdul Salim, and UK properties. This Mirchi family has owned at least 25 properties in UK which were purchased from the proceeds of crime. Proceeds of crime generated from India, and then properties bought in UK, and prime properties from Mumbai as well. The pictures that you have on your screens now.
And that's the story we're focusing upon this afternoon, as Republic has details of the crackdown on the D gang. Republic has specific details of all the illegal assets and dubious deals by D gang aides. This is in connection with Iqbal Mirchi's properties. Remember, these are prime properties in UK and India that have been attached by the Enforcement Directorate. This indeed is a big crackdown on the Dawood network. This after the Enforcement Directorate had arrested Iqbal Mirchi's aides in the real estate PMLA case. And I straight away want to cut across to Shavan Sen, our senior news editor, who's joining us live on this broadcast. Shavan, first up, these are exclusive pictures that have been accessed by Republic of these prime properties that have been attached by the ED in India and UK. Tell us more.
Just to put this in perspective, that this is perhaps for the first time you're looking at this sort of a crackdown that has been done by any central agency on the finance of the D gang. We're talking about Iqbal Mirchi, a close aide of Dawood Ibrahim. The latest development in this particular case begins with two important arrests that have been made by the Enforcement Directorate. One such person is known as Harun Yusuf, who was basically running a trust which is once again linked to Iqbal Mirchi, and the other person is a broker who basically facilitated this entire land deal. But this story goes way beyond Suesha. These details that we have right now are of properties of Iqbal Mirchi, not just in India but also abroad. We're talking about 25 properties in United Kingdom. I'll ask my camera person to come a little closer, zoom in on this particular document and show you the list that we have accessed. And then I'll explain why these properties become extremely important. Let me quickly take you through the properties in UK. The properties again linked to a gentleman named Hajra Memon. He is the owner of 16 properties in London through two companies, namely Country Properties Limited in Jersey, and 6 properties are being held by 4 UK-based companies, which is once again, these are the names of these companies. Similarly, this is the entire list of those properties that have been linked to the D gang. Important to point out here is that this investigation has been carried out by the Enforcement Directorate, where they're essentially looking at the money flow that took place and how these properties were essentially bought from the proceeds of crime. So these properties have already been identified to begin with. Secondly, these properties in India, they are also very important because this is just the tip of the iceberg. I can tell you that as the investigation progresses, this is going to become massive because these are properties that have perhaps huge names behind, and that is going to be extremely important. So let me quickly take you through the properties in India. A property at a prime location in Wali, linked to a company. Again, this company that you're talking about, Sunblink Realtors Private Limited, in the year 2010-2011. So, Esha, important to point out here is that this particular realtor company is once again linked to another big firm. Then you have a property which is known as CJ House, which is a 15-story commercial building in Wali, once again linked to Iqbal Mirchi. Money that basically went in from one person to the other, once again connecting Iqbal Mirchi. 6 acres land with bungalow in Khandala, named in the name of Whitewater Limited, Sahil Bungalow. Then you have Samandar Mahal, New Roshan Talkies, 3 shops in Crawford Market, Mina's Hotel at Juhu Tara Road, Bungalow in Panchgani. The money trail has proved that the sale proceeds of property at Worli was transferred to Mirchi family. Properties at Worli and CJ House have been sold to Sunblink Realtors Private Limited and Millennium Developers Private Limited through dubious means of sale. Proceeds have been laundered. A part of the proceeds of the sale of these properties have been routed through fake bank accounts opened in the bank in Chennai. The above properties in Mumbai could not be attached under NDPS SAFEMA at the relevant point of time, as these properties were held in Benami names using dubious means as detected during the investigation. So, Suesha, what is important to point out here is that these properties are under the scanner. They haven't been attached. That's important to point out here. But what emerges from this entire investigation is to how this very man, who was basically, there was a red corner notice that was issued against him. Indian investigative agencies were trying to extradite Iqbal Mirchi, who was in London for a very long time, but that did not go through. Remember, this man left India in the year 1995 and then he went off to Dubai. But he carried out all his activities in India. His realty business was certainly active, and it was only possible because of these very people who have now been identified. They have been arrested by the Enforcement Directorate, and I would like to underscore this point, Suesha, that this is just the tip of the iceberg. The properties have been identified. Now you're going to essentially look at, perhaps in the days to come, at bigger names that would essentially emerge from this entire investigation that has been carried out. Remember, this investigation initially began with the Mumbai police, the narcotics department, because they were actively involved in the drug business, this drug cartel that existed in Mumbai that was being investigated by the Mumbai police. Thereafter, we are given to understand that an ECIR, an equivalent of an FIR, was registered by the Enforcement Directorate, and there were searches that were carried out at 11 locations in Mumbai and Bangalore. And here in this document, they're clearly saying that various incriminating documents, digital evidences and emails were seized. Statement of 18 people have already been recorded. So for the first time, you are essentially looking at a massive crackdown on the D gang itself. We have not seen this sort of a crackdown as far as business of the D gang is concerned, because they have been openly operating in Mumbai for a very, very long time. Their modus operandi has certainly changed over a period of time when they're getting into a different sort of business altogether. And all of this was basically possible because you essentially had people on the ground in Mumbai doing the job for the D gang. Today, the Enforcement Directorate has been able to identify that entire chain of people who were essentially involved in this entire business, and how money was basically being sent in from one person to the other and finally reaching the doorsteps of the Mirchi family.
All right, Shravan, thank you for those details, and we'll continue to talk more about this, especially the political link that the ED is probing. But for the moment, we are slipping into a very short commercial break. We will keep our focus on this story on the other side.